I performed pretty well in high school, and I wanted to continue to challenge myself going forward. So I was focusing on schools in the top 50 because that was who I was. That was what I stood for. I wanted to be the best I could be. I picked 4 very good schools, but when it came down to it, I picked Penn State, Penn, Lehigh, and the University of Notre Dame. Initially, we started the process. Notre Dame was just, hey, this will be fun to apply, but I don't really think that'll actually happen. And when it was all said and done, when it came down to it, I knew I had to go to Notre Dame because I was scared of the idea of going there. And I asked myself, what are you so scared for? It's only 10 hours away. But I was scared. I hadn't left the area that much. I went on vacation to Ocean City, Maryland when I was 10. I went to Cooperstown, New York to the Baseball Hall of Fame. That was it. I hadn't been anywhere. And while I loved this area, and I think there's great people here and a great quality of life, I knew there was more I had to see, and I had to put myself on a nationally competitive stage. I thought Notre Dame was that stage. And then when I got there and when I walked around, you got to visit the campuses. You got to go and see what's there, because you got to see if you could actually picture yourself in this environment. And I just got that gut feel at that time that, this is the place where I'm supposed to spend the next 4 years of my life. And it was that. It provided a level of awareness and exposure that I wouldn't have gotten had I stayed at a Pennsylvania school 2 hours away from Scranton. Because every weekend I would have been coming home and visiting my friends at the local schools here, Bloomsburg, Stroudsburg, and Penn State. It removed me from my environment, and it forced me to engage and immerse in a completely different community that I wouldn't have done otherwise. When it came down to it, I really chose Notre Dame for 2 key reasons. The first of which I got to say is just a gut feel, so I encourage any high school student. You got to get out there. You got to see these places. Because when you walk around, you got to say, can I see myself here? And you'll get that feeling in your gut that this is where you belong. But more importantly, the reason why I chose to go to Notre Dame was because I realized I needed the exposure that I didn't get growing up. I needed to take myself out of an environment where I was comfortable and go to a national level institution with people from all over the country, all over the world, people with different backgrounds, so I could expand my own mind and understanding of how the world works. After college, I went and took a job locally at the PPL nuclear power plant in Berwick, Pennsylvania. I was an engineer and a project manager. I'd been in that role for about a year. Was gaining some good skills. I liked the people I worked with. It was a good job, good hours. It paid me more than fairly. Just like when I left high school and I saw an exposure gap that I had, there were still skill gaps that I needed to have to be the type of person that I wanted to be the leader that I wanted to be. Harvard Business School builds leaders. You become articulate, more intelligent, a better problem solver, better networker. Just all around, they take a person who's got great abilities and talents and a real aptitude for leadership, and they help create that leader. And then they send you out in the world of business and they let you try and act on that. And they let you try and drive industries and drive businesses. When you're applying to schools, they're interested in knowing who you are as a person. Most importantly, that's what they're trying to find out, because if you're getting that interview, they're happy with your SATs, they're happy with your transcript, they're happy with all the sports you play and all the clubs you're in and everything else. All they care about is, what is this person going to be like on my campus? Because they don't want a bunch of people that are going to sit in the library and study away. They want to see someone who is going to have an impact on the community. Because you're going to learn just as much outside the classroom as you are inside the classroom, and the people you interact with, you're going to learn from them, you're going to shape them just like they're going to shape you. Really think hard about what is it that you think you can bring to a place, or that you can bring to a group of people. Because they're thinking about it. Understand, you're a part of their system. They want to bring in people who are academically going to maintain the prestige of an institution, but then as an alumnus, what kind of difference are you going to make? They're trying to assess that when you're 18, and they're doing that by the impact you're going to make on campus, and then the impact you're going to make when you leave campus. The number one piece of advice that I can give a high school student: absolutely, absolutely never, do not underestimate yourself. I did it. I did it when I was a senior. I was going to Notre Dame. I was scared, and I'm like, I went there like hoping I could survive, hoping I could pass. Maybe I'll be a 3.0 guy when I'm there. The reason why this is so critical to me is because if you underestimate yourself, some people, I think, when they do it, they get scared. They don't take that chance, and then they just limit themselves and what they could have been for the rest of their life. You have to take that leap. You have to take that chance, and if you're scared, that means you should probably be doing it. Don't narrow yourself. Don't look at, well, I'm a math guy, so if I'm a math guy, I should do this, or I should be a math teacher, or I should be an engineer or a scientist, and that's it. No. Look at yourself as a person. Look at your strengths and weaknesses. Your strengths are always going to be there to serve you, but at the age you're at, don't narrow yourself. Focus on and build on your weaknesses. I thought that was my strength. I was a math and science guy dead out, and engineering was the right move for me because I'm a problem solver, and engineering teaches you to be a problem solver. That's not what I do today, and I think that my strengths that I have now are actually, it's problem solving, but it's the soft skills. It's writing, communication, leadership. Those are things that I didn't learn. I didn't have them when I was 18, but I've built them both at Notre Dame and in the careers I've had and my time in business school.